Everybody, welcome back to my channel. I feel like a human being. I feel like a human being. Is it because I got rest? Maybe. Is it because I can't take my chemotherapy today? Maybe. No, I doubt it. It could be, though. I didn't think about that. Oh, I just figured it's because I got some rest. I didn't quite get, like, enough rest, but I feel rested. Does that make sense? I do have different types of pain this morning, which is weird. I actually have, like femur pain, which is very specific. It's, like, not in my knee. It's, like, above my knee. And it was when I sat on my fat on the commode. Like I told you, when I wear the brace, sometimes it pinches, like pushes down on my thigh. So it was like my fat on my leg is kind of like loose now. And I sat on it and then pushed down, and it really hurt. And I was like trying to adjust, like, ow, ow. And like one of those things, like when you get a cramp or whatever. Sorry, I just felt like something was like bleeding. And then when I sat on the bed after I took the brace off, it happened again. So I was like, maybe it had nothing to do with the brace. Maybe it's just like the fat's in the way. I don't know. But I was like, ow, what the heck, man? Just when you think one is getting better, the other one goes, kaya. Again, it's still really hard to laugh. Of course, obviously, lip issues. My mouth is doing okay this morning. Not great. Not fantastic, but okay. I actually had my the protein shake coffee combination this morning for breakfast. I did that this morning instead of the afternoon. Last night I was 100% totally jonesing a Colorado omelet from IHOP. Of course, I had to have it without the salsa this time because salsa would burn, but everything else was delicious. I can't eat the whole thing in one sitting. It's usually 2 to 3 meals. Which was really funny. I have to tell you a funny thing about it is when I was asking Mom what she wanted, she said, I'm not going to get hash browns because usually they're pretty soggy by the time they get here. And I was like, oh, soggy hash browns. I'm going to try some soggy hash browns. Now I'm trying to stay away from white potatoes, but on occasion, you know, I haven't had hash browns in 100 years. So I was like, ooh, soggy hash browns. I get my hash browns, and they are the crispiest hash browns you ever imagine. And I couldn't even eat them. I was like, oh my gosh, this is hysterical. So I said, Mom, you lied to me. And she was like, what? And I said, these are the crispiest hash browns ever. She goes, that's because you got them. If I would have got them, they would have been soggy. She's so funny. But I ended up getting an order of gluten-friendly pancakes, which they say that, you know, they're made with gluten-free mix, but they don't have a separate facility to cook them in, so they say gluten-friendly. So obviously check with your diet and your doctor and that kind of thing, or your IHOP for that matter. But they're really good, but they are carbs, you know, so they're for carb day. So since I couldn't have my hash browns, yes, there was carb day. Since I couldn't have my hash browns, I had one of the pancakes instead, just one, and I bought the other. There's a stack of 4, and I bought the other 3 to have, like, they're a pretty decent sized breakfast with just one, and like breakfast sausage or whatever, or turkey bacon. So I had brought the other ones for Jimmy to like freeze. So I was like, if you freeze them, I should have had him do a pop. So like my dad used to make a giant stack of pancakes, like plate size. And then what he'd do is he'd cut them down like a cake. So like if one pancake was burnt or lesser quality than other pancakes, everybody would get some of the good pancake and some of the burnt pancake or whatever. So we learned to appreciate everything, you know. By the way, my new sweater. I love it. I actually ordered this before. Sharon surprised me with the wrap. But today I was having like, oh, see, now I'm sitting on my sleeves. I wanted sleeves this morning, so I was like, sleeves. This has pockets. It's so soft. It almost feels like a robe. I know it's not, but, and it's got a hood, and it was only $10 it was on clearance for $10. And it came in a whole bunch of colors, but I picked up black one. I also got, well, if you watched the video yesterday at the end, I showed the cute little hats that I got from Amazon. Those were from Amazon. Those were 6 for $17.99, I think. So 6 for $18, like $3 a hat. And they're just like perfect. Like, I didn't know. I don't know if I told you guys this story, but I was at the eye doctor, and there was a cute little couple, older. She had on this really cute hat. She actually looked, she was in a wheelchair, so I don't know what her story was, but he was pushing her. And she had the cutest hat on. And it looked like, I don't know how else to describe it other than it was like not jersey knit, but like a linen knit. Does that make even sense? Does that even make sense? A woven linen. And it looked like it was like this, and then it looked like it had like a seam, and then like this, and then a seam, and then like this, and then a seam. And it had flowers on it. And then, of course, first I tried to talk to them, but I don't know if she was like, I don't know if they had trouble hearing, or if it was like just they were like, are they talking to me? Like, some people are just introverts and shy, and that's okay. So I wanted to ask her if she got it. But of course, then I scoured the internet. Because what the issue that I'm starting to have is, as my hair is getting thinner, my head, I need to keep my head warm, especially in the winter now. But I can't, like a wool hat. First of all, the hair that I have loves to static in the wool hat. Most people's do. Because it's so dry. The second thing is I have to like take it off when I get to a place because it's way too hot. In most places, it's way too warm for a wool hat. But like when I get in the car, I have to take the hat off because it's too hot. And then I kind of can get cold in the car still, So this is just like perfect. It's thin weight. It's real thin weight, but it is covering your head. Sometimes the coat, like the sweater, has a hoodie. Sometimes it, I don't. So I just wanted to get a couple of these really cute little stylish things. And as I start to lose my hair, I don't know. I don't care that I'm bald, but sometimes it makes people uncomfortable, especially when you're in a wheelchair and you have icky lips like this. I don't want to. I'm really good about people talking to me and asking me questions, and I love telling my story, as you guys know. It's kind of a very interesting story, so I don't mind that at all. If it was a boring story, that'd be a different one, right? But I got them because then people will see, like, if they see like a little hair hanging out the back, or if they just think like I have short hair and it's under this hat, whatever. So, just to make people, it's the winter time. She has a hat on, no big deal. Like, nobody thinks twice about it, Anyhow, so I got the one that I ordered. The one yesterday came in 6 colors. I ordered some from Walmart. One I actually got that I told Jim he and I could use because it's kind of like a do-rag kerchief type thing, but it's like bandana print. It's like white and black bandana print, but it has the buttons to hold your mask, which I thought was pretty cool. I know that Miss Vicky over at the rehab facility, she sewed these beautiful like nurses type caps with the matching masks with the buttons, and it's beautiful. So I have that to wear as well. What else? I ordered something else. I ordered other hats too, but I don't remember. Oh, they have like because I just couldn't remember which one I landed on. But they don't look like a turban, but they do have like a sewn, it almost looks like elastic, like the way it's folded over. I guess just like with the flowers, and you could put the flowers in the front and the back or whatever. This like stitching, I think if you put it in the front, it might look a little bit more like a turban. If you put it in the back, it might look a little bit more like a wrap. On the side, it just looks cute or whatever. So those two, and I think that they weren't very expensive. I feel like they were $5 or something. $7.49 for the one with the buttons, and I think it was $5 and change for the one. I haven't gotten it yet, so I don't even know if I'll keep it, if it's gonna fit me, if it's gonna look nice, that kind of thing. So I ordered some from Walmart with the sweater. I got the sweater. What else did I get from Walmart? Oh, the dress. guys, I can't wait to try it on. I have immunotherapy on Thursday, so I'll shower on Wednesday night and I'll do a try on because I didn't want to try it on. Like, I get really sweaty at night now. Like, I do like my sponge baths, but it's really a lot of work to get into the bathtub every day. So I don't bathe every day. My skin would also fall off. That's a whole nother story. But I didn't want to try it on until I showered. So it's so cute. It's so ethereal looking. And I got like a tube top bralette thing that I actually had it in my shopping cart a long time ago. It was $3. It looked like it was just a tube top. Another plus size person suggested wearing a tube top underneath your bra to help with the sweating. But actually, when I got it, it's actually got cups in it and everything. And it is like stretchy gauze. It actually looks like it's like the dress. It looks like it's supposed to go under the dress. It's really cute. So I'm going to try that all on Wednesday night for Thursday. And then I'm going to wear it Thursday if it fits. It has a square neckline, so that's port access ready. It's really cute. And it was only $11.99. The tube toppy thing was $3. The dress was $11.99. It's from Eloquy. If you guys are plus size and been shopping for a long time, that's a brand you can hear sometimes. So I got the dress, the hoodie, and the bra. And I feel like it was something for Jim. Because it came in a box. What did I get that was in the box that would have needed a box? I can't remember. That's not important. I guess it's not important. Yeah, it's still gonna bother me though, right? Even though it's not important, it's gonna be on my brain. Why did all of this come in a box? What did I get that required a box? I'm going to promise myself that I'll look and then I'll put it here if I remember to do that. If I don't, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll tell you tomorrow. As soon as I remember. I'm going to look it up on the order because I can't figure out why. They wouldn't have just sent me 3 clothing items in a box. They would have stuck that in a plastic bag. So I feel like that had to be something that... Hey, hyperfocus, Jer. Hyperfocus much on nothing. Thank you. Okay, so. Ow. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Excuse me. Okay. What did I want to talk about today? Oh, it's early this morning. It's only 6:41 now, which means I guess I've started vlogging around 6:30ish. So I may nap again. We talked about rest when your body wants to rest, and sometimes my body wants to rest at night, and sometimes it wants to rest during the day. And as long as it's getting enough rest throughout the day, I guess, combination of all of the above. But I want to make sure that I'm up when the chemotherapy gets here, the order gets here, because like I said, I have to call the doctor and see if I should take it if I missed it in the morning. But I have to be 2 hours on an empty stomach, so there is that. Let's see. What else? Jim is getting off early on Thursday to take me. I called for a ride, and my facility doesn't have rides. So they put me forth to the hospital, and the hospital doesn't take my insurance, which means I would have to pay out of pocket. And we did the math and figured it was cheaper for Jimmy just to take off 2 hours early from work. Which they told him anytime. You know, he shows up every day like clockwork, works his butt off. So they're very forgiving of that. Of course, he feels terrible. He feels terrible either way. He feels he hates to leave them early and high and dry a little bit, and he also doesn't want to disappoint me. He wants to be there for me too. So it's kind of like Um, honestly, I told him, why don't you just like take your lunch break at 12:30 and you could just come and pick me up and drop me off and then come back and get me later. But he's like, no, you need help moving around there. And I was like, honestly, I thought I was going to be taking an able ride or whatever. That's what we used to call it in New York. New York's able ride was the MTA, which is the like the Long Island Bus Authority and Train Authority is the MTA. Would you could call when you had like a handicap sticker situation, and you can get a ride. Like it's a bus that picks you up at your house, wheelchair accessible bus. So that's like public transportation. Like just cost you, I feel like the rides were like $4 or $5. They were more expensive than a regular bus ride, but cheaper than like any cab service or whatever. Anyway, unless you had a bus pass. Some people took able ride to a lot of like every day to work or whatever. I think that was different. Excuse me one second. Yeah, I was like, it feels like, it tastes a little bit like I'm drinking blood. This morning I have Neosporin on because I had quite a bit of bleeding this morning. And I feel like it needs it. So excuse me for a second. Okay. Oh. Let's see. Oh yeah, so he's gonna take off a little early and bring me to the infusion. It is only once every 2 weeks, and he doesn't always have to take off this early. Usually there's a 2 o'clock appointment, but they roll full up at 2 o'clock appointments. So if he has a 2 o'clock appointment, he only has to leave a little early. But this week the appointment's at 1 o'clock. So he has to take off at 12 so he can be home in time to change and take me. He can get really stressed out. I've been trying to really help him do whatever relaxation exercises and breathing exercises and help take whatever tensions off that I can, because I'm really trying to do as much as I can for myself. There's just certain things that I'm not allowed to do, which is really the only thing that's actually a saving grace in our relationship, is that he knows, because the doctor said I'm not allowed to do it, and he knows I want to do it, which really is like he's stuck then, like, and I don't mean stuck like he doesn't feel trapped or whatever, I don't mean that, but he's stuck in like he knows it's not about me choosing myself over him or whatever. It's just I don't have a choice, so there. I have been really focusing on my spirit and my spiritual health and basically my heart health. I know whose I am and where I belong, and I know the fight ahead of me is one that I expect I will continue to take, standing upright, if that makes any sense. And I don't mean that in the physical sense, but like with determination and force. However, my body, it's on a daily struggle. It tries to remind me every day that I don't have control over my body sometimes. I have to just live in it um, while it's doing what it's doing. Um, and that's got to be okay, because there's nothing I can do about that right now except what I'm doing, which is fighting every day, taking my medication every day, fighting every single day. And that's really all I can do. That's really all of any of us can do, is do what you're asked, your body is asking you for. Do whatever you can to keep going forward, moving forward, right, James? Keep moving forward. Every day that I put behind me is another day of treatment that I've put behind me. Thursday is my 6th immunotherapy treatment, and that's when I'm supposed to get rescanned after 6. So hopefully the doctor will have some idea of what he wants me to do about that. Hopefully those scans and images can all be done later in the afternoon. He doesn't have to take off. They're all done here in Rolla, in the facility in Rolla, so that's good. At least that's good. Waiting to hear from the radiation oncologist about the approval on the spine radiation treatment. But I am curious what kind of full body scans I'm going to get. Like, we want to make sure that there's no new cancers. We want to make sure that the old cancers are shrinking and or going away. The old tumors, the old growths, the old lesions. You say potato, I say potato. You say tomato, I say tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Oh, let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. All right, just stop. Oh. This morning I decided to watch Leap Year. You guys ever see Leap Year? I like it. I always wanted to go to Ireland. I plan on going on Ireland. I plan on doing a European tour someday. My sister Jane's, one of her best friends from high school, lives in Wales. And I'm always like, oh, this looks so fascinating, you know? Just a whole different world. A whole different world. But I just want to visit, like I said, we still have cousins there. And not even like that far down. Like, I have cousins that I see I don't see them every year anymore, that I used to see every year at the family picnic, that were further apart in generation than cousins that I have there, if that makes any sense. They're not first cousins, any stretch of the imagination, but I have, like, at my family picnic, I have, like, third cousins twice removed type of situation, whereas in Ireland, I think they're, like, second cousins once removed or whatever. Well, it would be Nanny's first cousins. Yeah, I guess it'd be second cousins once removed. Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to ask my sister. And I hope they're still there. I don't even know if everybody's still okay. Like, when was the last time we heard? There used to be a family group on Facebook that just hasn't been updated in a very long time. I don't think... Well, I haven't seen it anyway. I haven't seen anybody updated in a very long time. So I don't know if the person who's in charge of it just doesn't have any new information or what. So, but, yeah. And then, of course, I want to go to see Cyprus. I would love to hug my dad's cousin. So weird to say. That looks just like him. It's striking. He's a lot not as tall. My grandfather wasn't tall. My grandmother was. My father got his height from removed generations. Like he did have a tall uncle, but also mostly from his mom's side of the family. Or from his mom and specifically, because his mom's side of the family, they weren't all tall, but she was tall, if that makes any sense. Let's see. I think that's it today. I had that shake, and I'm going to have a smart muffin. This is a banana walnut. Yum. They are low in carbs, gluten-free. This is so good. I got banana, nut, and pumpkin spice. And then I got lemon cupcakes, which come in a 2-pack, which I found out my husband's been eating on me. He cracks me up. He cracks me up. But I have my coffee. And now that I'm done drinking my coffee, breakfast coffee, I can have my coffee. I had to wait for it to cool off because I have a metal straw today. Did you ever try to drink hot coffee out of a metal straw? Don't do it, people. I just want to make sure I got it all. Yeah, I got it all. Okay. So that's it. That's my morning's going to be. I'm going to watch movies. I did some comments last night. Jimmy found my one magnifying glass, but even under the magnifying glass, it's very difficult. It's so hard on my eyes. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what's going on, but the doctor said they look better. They don't feel better. They don't see better, but they look better under the microscope or under the thing that takes the pictures. So that's it. I love you guys. If nobody's told you to say that you're loved, remember I love you. And I am so grateful that you joined me today, especially since today was itchy nose, itchy nose, itchy nose, itchy nose. Especially since today was a good day, or is a good day. Yeah. I'm grateful that you got to be here to experience it. And listen, as always, you guys take care and God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye.